Oh, we've got a good run through there. Oh, sneak up the inside of the Ferrari. Yes, we are. Hello there viewers, and welcome back to another video today here on Assetto Corsa. So today we are going to be driving around Aintree Motor Racing Circuit. Yes, that's right, Aintree and motor racing. It's two things that people would not normally put together. Obviously Aintree best known for the Grand National and for its horse racing, but yes, turns out back in the 1950s and 60s Aintree was very much the centre of British motorsport. So basically between 1955 and 1962 Aintree and Silverstone alternated with the British Grand Prix. So yeah, you had Aintree one year, then Silverstone hosting the British Grand Prix the next. And so yeah, in today's video going to be exploring the Aintree Motor Racing Circuit. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so you join me here then on the grid here at Aintree. So as the six lights come on, building up the revs, and away we go. Gotta be careful of the AI here. Bit of congestion in front. Oh, gonna take to the pits. Just sneak my way past a couple of cars. Don't mind if I do. So Aintree then, yes, like I say, very much a premier circuit in the UK and in the world, to be honest. Back in the 50s and 60s, still actually used to this day. So you'll see later on in this lap, you'll see the section which still is used to this day, known as the club circuit. But this is the full Grand Prix track. Heading down into turn number 2. Oh, we've got a Ford GT40 getting very leery in front, as we have an ever so slight collision with it there, coming out of turn number 2. So on the right hand side then you have the horse racing circuit, the race course, which is, yeah, the home of the Grand National. And as we exit turn number 3 here, in front of us you have the club circuit, which is the section which is still used today, used for sprint racing, which is basically like point-to-point racing basically. And it's used as well for motorcycle road racing, a bit like the TT, and used for one-off events as well. So that's the section that we're on now. As we hit the brakes for turn number 5, you can see the houses off to the left. Aintree is very much in the middle of Liverpool. So yeah, up in the northwest, on the Mersey. Yeah, very built up area. It's a bit odd, to be honest, to have a racetrack and a horse racing course in such a built up area. Reason why this is allowed, to be honest, is because the horse track, it was built back in like the early 1800s. So yeah, that's how they've managed to get planning permission to build such a big loud place in the middle of a town, in the middle of a city. So heading down towards the end of the lap now, you've got the club circuit off to the right. That goes off there, and now on the Grand Prix circuit, try not to go into the back of that Ferrari there. He was having a bit of a mare. And put it down to third gear, and coming to the last corner, you can see the grandstands in front of us. So they are the grandstands that are used for the race course and for the racetrack as well. This track in 1957 for the British Grand Prix had an attendance on race day of 150,000 people. So, you know, this was a very big track. You know, seat a lot of people. You can see those big grandstands back there. Had big attendances back in the days. Braking for turn 2, braking just after the billboard on the left hand side. This track has some strange corner names, let's say. Yeah, when I looked at the corner names I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use those. You've got Waterways, Canal Bend, you've got Cottage Corner, amongst just a few weird names. So yeah, I think I'm just going to use the normal corner names, just turns 1 to 8 today. Also, since my last Assetto Corsa video, I've been fiddling around with the game quite a lot. Installed a lot of mods, and also some graphical stuff as well. So got a nice time of day progression now going on. The sun will begin to set soon, so keep an eye out for that. You will see the shadows start to appear more and more as this race goes on. We're heading up to turn 6 now, braking with that hedge that you can see in the distance on the left hand side. On the brakes, very bumpy this corner at the far end. I think this is called Canal Bend. Very bumpy indeed, very easy to just bounce off the circuit or to lose the back end, so you've got to be careful through there. Now onto this back straight, back down towards the start finish line. You can see the grandstands in the distance. Can we get past a couple of these cars here? Got to be cautious into here. The AI is good around this track, but it does struggle a bit through the fast stuff, through the fast corners. So on the brakes now, got to be careful. That 4G40 on our left, yeah, managed to sneak away past. Really good through the slow speed corners, but yeah, not so good through the high speed stuff. Now into this final corner. This track, sorry, was the place where Sterling Moss won his first ever F1 race. So yeah, he won the 1955 British Grand Prix. That was his first ever victory. Now up into 10th place. So halfway through the race, up into P10 from 20th on the grid. Not too bad. I will take that. And now coming up to turn number 2. Hard on the brakes. So yeah, like I say, place where Sterling Moss won his first ever race. That race was a bit controversial in his opinion. He says that Fangio let him win that race, but anyway, coming into turn 3, you can, like I say, see the houses off in the distance as this sun begins to set. And now braking just before the marshal's post on the left hand side. Been doing a lot of laps around this circuit. Really enjoyed racing around here. Very enjoyable circuit. Kind of a bit of a point and squirt track, but enjoyable nonetheless. And the final sector is very enjoyable when you get it right. Now, as the sun sets, going to turn my lights on with a press of a button. And now coming back out onto this back straight. Being careful of those bumps. Can we catch the cars in front through this section? Probably will be able to. In fact, yes, we will be able to. You have to be careful through here. We're in 10th place at the moment. Now hitting the brakes. This road you can see here, that literally goes through the middle of the circuit, and it is kind of like the access road for the horse track. So yeah, it goes straight through the middle of the racetrack. Those curves as well, you can see they're rather big, so you must not touch them. But as we descend into night time then, for the final lap of the race, still in P10. You can see the leaderboard, the lap board, sorry, up on the top right hand corner of the pit boards. Can we sneak up the inside here, up into 9th place? Yes, we can indeed. Don't mind if I do. 4GT40. Hopefully he won't rear end me. And now back across the public roads onto the club section of the circuit. Now this is going to be difficult spotting the braking points here. Some of the braking points that you use during the daytime, they're not visible at night time, which is helpful. So that's going to be interesting. So just clip the grass there on exit. Do not touch these curbs. You will get sent to space if you touch them. You will get flipped over. Now into turn number 5. This circuit last held Grand Prix racing in 1964, but like I say, still does get used today. Safety hasn't really improved at this track since 1964 either. It still very much looks the same, which I thought was quite interesting when I looked it up. Surprising that they're still allowed to race around here, but they are. Now onto this back straight on this final lap. Can we get past this Ford GT40? We are in the slipstream. And duck to the right. It looks like we are past indeed, so we're up into 8th place. Can we make up any more places before the end of this race? Oh, we've got a good run through there. Oh, sneak up the inside of the Ferrari. Yes, we are. Now hard on the brakes. Can we seal the position off through this final corner? I think there was a bit of contact there. But as we exit this final corner to end the race, looks like we're going to come home in 8th place. I'm happy with that. 7th place, I miscounted. Yes, P7, alright. I'll take that. So yeah guys, I hope you did enjoy watching that video. Learned something new today. Yeah, not much is known about this circuit by most people. So yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. The next video will be in the Ferrari, which you've seen in this race, the Ferrari 330 P4. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. So feel free to like and subscribe, like I say, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video. So goodbye.